like Roman, French, Scandinavian, Dutch. Dutch is the original moving into that continent. They was called Africans, cons. I might be pronouncing it wrong or whatever. No one's here to tell me how to pronounce the spelling or whatever that is, but this is just the facts. Afrikans, and the two A's to me give a con sound. So Afrikaans. Uh, Dutch settlers, and this is before the continent of Africa was called Africa. To me, it's no coincidence because I know of spelling and of vibration and of sound. The only thing that changes in that sound is can and con. It's the ending, and it's also spelled different. And listen to the word spelled. That's the whole thing that we already done broke into with the spelling and mixed with the sound. You know what I mean? Afrikaans, African. And we can't, like I always say, we don't pull the wagon before the horse. So to find out where stuff comes from, we gotta like go before. So this eliminates African being before Africans because uh, the name African, I believe, came into that name in the 16th, 17th century, with no coincidence from a general from Rome, a Greek from way back in time, whose name was Cypriot Africanus, spelled the same way as African was spelled African, or African American was spelled the American and African, but with a nus in it. Africanos, and his first name is Cypriot, Scipion, and he was a general, Cyprius Africanus. I know this by heart, but I'm writing it down to speed up. And and to my research is where that name Africa comes from. Remember I told you about sound. Remember I told you about energy, vibration. So this name is kind of like black. When you I'm black, you march in the ether. The energy that you put into the I'm black, marching, trying to get something handled. And I told you the definition of what that means. Now I'm telling you where the this name Africanus is kind of similar to African and is way similar to Afrikaans, which was before Africa was named Africa. You know what I mean? What's another thing? Mulatto, that comes from slave. Mulatto is like I believe like a quote unquote plantation owner, slave master, and the slave mixture, mulatto. Um, oh, and the true name for Afrikaners, I mean, for excuse me, that's Dutch. African, if you wanted to know, like it would be, uh, everybody would before African, it would be Ethiopian. We were called Ethiopians. And now they don't split it up to one specific group of people are Ethiopians, to where we look at them like we're not them and they're different. But we were Ethiopians. Even the first, and I'm talking about people of color, of hue. Uh, Ethiopians was the name before African, and even the first Bible was in the translation of Ethiopian text before it went into Latin text, which is a dead language that's not even used anymore. So, so that's before African was Ethiopian, and before Ethiopian it would be Albu, Albu, uh, Al, Al Kabalin, I can't even say it, but I can spell it out. It's Alkebulan, or EL-CALBALAAN. Look that up. The original name of the continent, which was took up the whole space of this planet. Um, so that's it. What name do they tell you not to say? Nigger, niggas. It's the main name out of all these names. It's totally legit to say niggas, from the Ethiopian king niggas. Negus, niggas. Close your eyes, pronounced the same way. Ethiopians of niggas. You know, I mean, descendants of niggas, which was an Ethiopian king, which is where we are, was named Ethiopians. Um, and it's the same G in Negus that's in the Niger, which river, which will make that the Niger River, and it's the same G that's in God, the G, Niger River, Negus. Like, and so the spelling was changed and the meaning of it was changed, but you can't change the intention of a word once it was invented. So that name is more legit than any other of these names, but through tradition or through you saying it and somebody not knowing what you saying, that make you think you're the crazy one because no one is researching anything. So when you calling yourself African, I told you what that is, Cypriot, Africanus. Negro, before Negro, Negro came from Negro, Negro black, dead wood. Negro came from Spanish. Spanish, before Spain was named Spain, it was called Hispania. And Hispania was just as like the Greeks. They was going around colonizing and conquering. That's why a lot of this stuff goes into the Latin language. And that's why people in certain countries, they say they Hispanic. And you'll be like, how is Hispanic come from Spain? Because before the country was called Spain, it was Hispania. And so that name came through, all these names came through some kind of slavery and colonizing. The Africans from the uh, Romans, Negro from the Spanish, black, that's Germanic.